Hello everybody. Yep, it's getting dark and it is windy. Why am I out here? Well, this reminds me of the time that Elijah was running for his life. The prophet Elijah from the Old Testament. Do you remember him? Yeah, he had some pretty interesting confrontation with the prophets of Baal. Baal was a god that people in Israel often worshipped. Yeah, they would desert Yahweh, the God of Israel, and they would worship Baal. Well, it just so happened that in one of the confrontations that Elijah had with these prophets, he beat them pretty badly, and he ended up killing all of them. And when word got back to Queen Jezebel, you've heard that name before, haven't you? Jezebel? She was out to kill him. So he was running for his life. And it's a long story, but in the end he ends up at the Mount of Horeb, and he's hiding in a cave, and there's a voice that says, "What are you doing in here, Elijah?" Elijah says, "Hey, they have to kill me. I'm the only one left that's faithful in the land. Everyone else has turned their back on you, and now they're worshiping Baal. They're worshiping the false gods." And the voice said, "Go stand outside." And he's outside, and the great winds, like you've been seeing with the winds in the trees, blowing them all around. And God wasn't in the wind. And then there was the earthquake. God wasn't in the earthquake. Then there was a fire. God wasn't in the fire. And what was there? The last thing was, there's a wee teeny little whisper. A little whisper. And it's in that whisper that Elijah heard the voice of God speaking to him. A little whisper. Nothing dramatic, nothing earth-shattering. A little whisper. I challenge you to listen for that little whisper. That's all we need sometimes. We don't need rolling drums. We don't need lightning falling from the sky. What we need is a little whisper. And in our darkness, in our moments of uncertainty, our moments when we think that the end is here for us, God will speak a word to you and to me. Oh, Elijah, we're going to hear a lot about him this week. He's one of my favorite Old Testament prophets. And this story has a big wallop to it. So we'll talk about it a little bit more. But in the meantime, in the midst of the storm, in the midst of all the wind, in the midst of fire and earthquake, listen for that teeny little whisper. It's getting dark. It's time to go in. God's blessings be with you.